So I want to just talk you through that strategy again with a slightly more difficult calculation, because now we've introduced hundreds into the mix. So I'm going to just talk you through the process that you want to be getting your child to think through, the steps that you want your child to be thinking through in their head. And as I've already said, it is absolutely fine to get them to do this as a written method first and then move to mental. And you will see that improving the more practice they get with the strategy. So looking at the calculation, 342 plus 229. So our step number one is to partition, to segment, to break up those numbers into our place value, into our hundreds and tens and units. So partitioning 342 up, we have 300 plus 40 plus 2. And most children at the level that will be using this strategy will be able to do this no problem. Then partitioning our next number, we have 200 plus 20 plus 9. This is now where we start to recombine. So step number one, partitioning. Step number two is sorting out those numbers into their like for like. So putting our hundreds together, putting our tens together, and putting our units together. So step one, partitioning. Step two is matching like for like. So here we can see we have our 300 and we have our 200. So we're going to write that calculation down below. 200 plus 300, and that makes 500. We've got our 40 and our 20, which are our tens, which of course makes 60. And then we have got our units, 2 units and 9 units. And we will write those down below as well. And then we are going to recombine 500 plus 60 plus 11. At this point, I would encourage the child, if this number, their units number, is over the tens, I would add them together first and then add on to their hundreds. So 60 plus 11 is 71, 571. So again, you can see the actual thought process that you want your child to go through. You want them to partition, you want them to sort, and then you want them to recombine. And actually use that terminology with your child. Actually use that vocabulary and tell them those three very clear-cut steps. Partition, sort, recombine. If they're able to do that on paper, then start to put it into ask them to try and do it in their heads. So they're thinking, I know that 300 and 200 is 500, 40 and 20 is 60, 2 and 1 is 11, which is 71, 571. And really get them to practice those steps over and over again with a variety of different numbers. And practice definitely does make perfect with this strategy, and you'll see children coming to this strategy and returning to this strategy time and time again.